Stop romanticize your attachment issues. That's not aesthetic. That's very. Stop using your behavior to make it as an excuse.
Hello everyone, welcome to Speak Let's Speak on Your Mind, episode 2. Okay, today we will talk and discuss about attachment issues. Kalian pernah gak sih denger tuh soal kayak avoidant atau anxious attachment gitu? Nah, dua itu termasuk attachment issues yang ada di manusia-manusia ini, di muka bumi ini. Nah, kalau singkatnya avoidant tuh kayak mereka tuh merasa kalau mereka dengan menjauh itu adalah cara terikat dengan orang yang benar. Namun kalau anxious attachment itu mereka mikir kalau mereka tuh harus terus-menerus terikat dengan orang yang dicintainya. So we talk about it furthermore in this episode. Okay, sebelumnya perkenalkan, my name is Lily and this
I'm Audrey.
Hello, I'm Chai.
Okay.
And I'm Zaki.
Hi, nice to meet you guys. So I think we got to move to the next first question. That's it. Have you guys ever heard about attachment issues? Kalian pernah denger gak sih kayak attachment issues tuh apa aja gitu loh? Di TikTok kan, iya kan? Sosial media tuh
TikTok
sekarang.
banyak.
Iya, TikTok banyak juga
Definitely.
kan. Mungkin bisa dari Audrey dulu jawab.
Okay, actually, I've heard about it a lot in my life,
Iya.
but I cannot say that I know much about it since. Here's the thing: I don't know if attachment issue makes you feel like you love someone even though you don't know about it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
maybe it's just them being nice to you
Yeah.
and you kind of like attached to him, or maybe you kind of like what you said before about avoidant, that you started to distance to someone
people,
even though
yeah,
you think you like them. So I think I'm quite confused about it.
Yeah. But in your opinion, itu seperti apa sih attachment issues tuh?
Well, maybe the latter one that I just said, the one that you kind of distance yourself from someone that you think you like because you kind of like have this mixed feeling.
Yeah.
Did you really like? Do you really like them, or is it just them being friendly to you and you kind of mixed it up, confused about it? That's it, I think. Maybe the first one that I just said about you attaching yourself to someone, even though you still confused about your feeling to them. Jadi kayak easily fall, kayak typical hopeless romantic ya?
Iya.
I think like that.
Itu nyerempet dikit sih.
Nah.
Oke, next Kazaki, maybe what about it?
Kalau dari aku ya, attachment issues tuh kayak ya 2006 dari ya udah lama juga.
Oke.
Kan itu tuh sering banget term-term baru yang terjadi.
Ah iya benar, Gen.
Jadi kayak menurutku attachment issues tuh cuman kayak term-term yang dibuat ulang biar ngebenerin apa perasaan mereka. Dan menurutku attachment issues ya simply-nya adalah orang yang susah untuk punya hubungan. Ya banyak faktor yang bisa ngebuat mereka kayak gitu. Nah nanti mungkin kita bisa bahas faktornya itu.
Oke. Kalau menurut Kak Chai sendiri nih?
Actually, on my opinion, I'm kinda agree with Kazaki because I think kayak kalau seandainya dibandingin sama tahun-tahun lalu gitu ya, nggak ada tuh yang namanya anxious, avoidant. Jadi kayak
Istilah baru.
lately people been labeling things so much. Jadi kalau seandainya I need some space, they will call me avoidant. But if someone is scared too much, they will call anxious, attachment and everything.
Paham.
I think that's a good take since
Iya.
I feel I have kind of not really opposite, but I feel kind of opposed to your opinion since I think there's a reason why people do labeling so much this past few years, especially in the new generation. I think the reason why people label so much is because those actually exist. Atau gitu.
Maybe they start aware much
Yeah,
about this.
it's more about
thing
awareness.
kayak-
Actually, I'm also neutral about it because
Yes.
by having a labeling, it's also help us to recognize what kind of person
Betul,
are we
betul,
and
betul,
what
betul.
kind of
Agree,
attachment
agree,
that we have,
agree.
right?
Agree. Nah, kalau ngomongin soal itu, Have you ever feel it? Kayak mengalami one of them, dua dari attachment issues itu? Ataukah kayak emang you just know about it but you never feel it by yourself? Maybe bisa dijawab dulu dari Kak Zaki.
Dari Chai dulu.
Dari Chai dulu, Kak Chai dulu. Boleh.
Too specific ya.
That's not the personal.
Okay,
It's okay.
okay. From my own, I think I've been getting a lot of people calling me as an avoidant. I don't know why, but maybe it's because I always pull back myself every time something's going wrong. But that's not because dengan adanya jarak aku merasa dicintai, enggak. It's purely because aku masih learning to understand about my emotions, and dengan pull back itu aku bisa mengerti diri aku sendiri. Jadi kayak misalnya nih, ada masalah, for the example maybe with my partner, aku tuh nggak mau yang langsung kayak marah-marah. Oh kamu kenapa sih gitu. That's not healthy. I think it's better for me to put myself in time out and I get to understand aku kenapa ya ngerasa kayak gini. I need to be quiet. Aku tuh marahnya kenapa? Aku tuh nggak sukanya apa? And then later after aku sudah tahu apa yang terjadi di diri aku bisa omongin sama my partner gitu.
Tapi sebenarnya lebih baik untuk menyelesaikan to deal with ourselves dulu daripada membebani partnernya.
Iya.
Mungkin bisa lanjut ke Kak Zaki nih. Have you ever feel?
Aku nggak tahu ya, tapi aku sering dengar dari temanku. Dia punya cewek avoidant juga. Jadi ya kalau dari temanku dia ngerasa kayak ceweknya tuh kalau misalnya ada problem, balik lagi sama kayak Chai, dia pull back gitu. Dan masalah tuh problemnya tuh bukan yang ke hal negatif.
Iya.
Tapi malah yang kayak mereka semakin dekat, si ceweknya malah semakin takut, makanya dia jadi avoidant.
Oke.
Jadi si temanku tuh bingung, kayak ini gimana sih? Kayak mau deket salah, mau jauh salah gitu. Makanya, nah kalau dariku sih ya balik lagi, aku nggak pernah ngerasain, jadi
Waduh.
Jadi
ya
yang
Suspicious.
healthy attachment.
suspicious. Nggak gini loh. Ada attachment issues dengan yang kayak tadi. Tapi menurutku ada yang pernah merasakan itu bukan attachment issues.
But
Lebih ke kayak aku masih ada something yang mau aku selesaikan dulu, baru aku bisa serius sama dia gitu.
tapi itu apakah kayak memberi harapan gitu kalau misalnya it's talk about love ya, love yang love romantically.
Iya.
Maksudnya memberi harapan nggak gitu kayak kepada
Memberi harapan
dirinya?
kan ketika nggak ada komunikasi kan. Tapi yang ini itu aku kayak emang ngobrolin yang kayak aku lagi nyelesain ini loh gitu. Yang emang komunikasi itu lancar, iya.
Okay, what about Kak Audi, sorry.
I have the opposite experience than Chai. That's why aku kayak dari tadi dengerin Chai tuh kayak
We always have opposite ya. It's like
I
our
mean-
line never cross.
Dua sudut
Iya,
pandang.
benar.
Okay.
I think
Go on.
itu pasti karena different personality juga sih.
Iya,
Aku bisa
iya.
kebayang. Kalau for me, my experience is I feel like I get attached quite easily. Nah kan tadi ada orang yang kayak ngejauh atau orang yang malah yang kayak ngejar gitu loh.
Ngejar gitu. Iya.
Embarrassing to say, but I think I'm the latter, or aku yang the type of person that will chase if I get attached easily. Actually, my experience is not that long ago, like a few months ago.
Based on experience.
Personal experience didn't.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
anyway,
okay.
back to the ini.
Ya, oke.
I was close to this one guy, and then tapi I thought that we were on the kayak sense that we don't have any label,
but talking
kind of like
stage.
kind of like situationship, and
okay.
he also take me to dates and stuff. So I thought that we were going to something, even though he doesn't give me any kayak apa sih namanya kepastian. But one day kayak gak one day tapi kayak slowly he started to distance himself from me, and I was like, nah aku tipe yang anxious kalau udah kayak gitu karena kan aku tadi bilang aku easily attached ya. Aku bilang kayak is it because I'm annoying, is it because I'm too talkative,
Iya sih.
is it because I'm demanding?
Yeah.
I started to ask him about this those stuff, like am I being demanding, am I being too
Yeah.
talkative, annoying, stuff like that, and he will always answer no, until one day he ended up posting a story with other girls. And that's when I was like, okay.
about cinema?
By the way, I have the same experience as
Waduh.
Audrey sih, jujur. Kalau misalnya
Oh
emang
my gosh.
ngomongin attachment tuh lebih dulu ya. Kalau dulu tuh aku ngerasanya lebih ke anxious attachment gitu ya.
Okay.
Karena emang aku dari dulu ngerasanya aku bukan yang attachmentnya tuh normal. Jadi gimana ya,
Iya.
kayak beda aja gitu. And ya kayak aku selalu bertanya, questioning myself, am I worth to him gitu kan.
Ah.
Iya.
Nah, that's why kayak different sama Chai, karena Chai kan tipe yang langsung kayak tiba-tiba ngilang tuh.
Iya.
kayak,
Iya.
Kalau itu aku partnernya, aku bakal kayak ini gue di ghosting ya, dan gue bakal kayak started to ask or kayak bakal ngechatin lagi gitu loh. I think that at that point aku kayak kind of annoying. That's why aku udah mulai kayak ya udahlah nggak usah.
But
I
lately
see.
ya, but lately I slowly being like Chai, Kak Chai.
Oh, jadi
Kok bisa?
You go girl. Be like me guys. Be like me guys.
Ya itu.
Gak ideal,
influence
Be like me guys.
Gak ideal.
Kayak gimana ya? Karena aku yang terbiasa terus-terusan untuk questioning myself, terus yang memohon-mohon ataupun kayak gimana ya, ngejar-ngejar gitulah istilahnya, kayak embarrassing myself tuh. Terus tiba-tiba tuh kayak di some point, di titik tertentu tuh aku merasa kayak, masa gue diginiin terus sih sama tuh orang. Gila ya.
That's why you have to be like me guys.
Oke, kan tadi udah ngomongin yang experience gini yang kan beda-beda juga tiap orangnya. Nah, menurut kalian nih yang bener tuh cara attachment style ke orang tuh kayak gimana sih gitu? Sebenarnya tuh kayak yang dibilang sehat tuh yang kayak gimana gitu? Mungkin bisa dari Kak Audrey.
I don't think any kind of attachment kayak style like what you say is gonna be healthy. Overly attaching yourself or overly distancing yourself, I think both is not healthy. I cannot imagine what kind of attachment style gonna be healthy. I think that's from me. I don't know what.
Lu ini ya apa? Kalau attachment style bagusnya gimana? Itu balik lagi masing-masing orang kan. Bisa aja bagi satu orang bagus, tapi bagi pasangan yang enggak.
Bisa kayak common sense gitu kan? Maksudnya in your opinion there's no common sense.
Ada, cuman sekarang tuh makin menurutku sakit lah.
Oke.
Iya, jadi orang tuh bisa
Oke.
bisa beda banget.
Gone.
Ya, tapi kalau dari aku itu ya pasti just communication aja udah.
Ya penting komunikasi ya kayak depends.
Nah, that's why I think Chai's way
After
is quite
all-
gitu loh.
Nah.
Iya.
Prioritizing communication.
But the thing is, kayak aku after pullback, I talk about it to my partner.
After, sometimes
Yeah.
people gonna wait, like how long they gonna wait?
Oh.
They need kepastian. Nah, gitu. Kalau itu one month gimana?
Sebulan.
Guys, so sorry but actually 2 years.
Nah, itu udah gak bisa ditunggu.
I'm sorry.
Can you explain it?
Aku bilang one month katanya udah too much.
Slowly you nggak apa-apa.
2 years.
Actually, it's not in the context of relationship. It's
Okay.
just
Okay.
friendship.
Oke.
Yeah.
Enggak bagi kamu friendship, bagi dia.
No, this is a group,
Okay.
friend group. It's a friend group, guys.
Ya.
Makes
Sorry.
more sense.
Sorry.
Oh ya.
But it's because I pull back for 2 years because I have to deal with a lot of things, and I do tell them that actually I need some time for myself because I've been dealing a lot lately, and I don't want my presence is not fully complete show to you gitu. Aku nggak mau kayak ketika aku bersama orang-orang yang aku sayangi itu, teman-teman aku tuh nggak show sebagai orang yang mereka butuhkan.
Understand.
Because I think everybody just wants a happy people. Nobody wants people that yang datang terus kayak aku banyak banget masalah. So I better pull back, fixing my own self dulu. Terus nanti if I already heal myself, aku baru kembali ke mereka gitu.
Nih, aku boleh nanya nggak? Ini
Boleh.
karena kita
Boleh,
kebalik
boleh.
banget, aku jadi
Ask
muncul
me,
pertanyaan
ask
nih.
me. I love getting question.
Kamu kan, you just said that people doesn't want that side like kayak sedih-sedihnya, kayak people just want the happy one, especially with friends. Nah, ini permasalahannya, cause I have similar problem right now with my friends, kan aku tipe yang yapping nih, talkative abis. Aku bakal kayak, aku ada problem ini, aku bakal ini, and I will update them on every single problem on my life or even any good thing in my life. But then some of them not really like that to me. So I have to ask them the question like, aku bakal kayak misalnya kita baru ketemu seminggu sekali ini, aku bakal kayak langsung, minggu ini kamu kayak gimana? Aku harus kayak gitu loh. Jadi mereka nggak bakal cerita sendiri. Like what kind of problem you stumble this week? Nah terus beberapa dari mereka juga kayak kamu, ada yang kayak aku nggak begitu mau ceritain, dan itu bikin aku tuh malah mikir kayak how can we get close if you nutupin diri gitu loh. Kalau ngomongin happy aja aku nggak ngerasa itu bisa teman deket sih, kayak teman biasa jadinya gitu.
I think I feel
Nah, gimana nih?
Okay, I think kalau seperti itu ya, maybe it's a problem with my own self that I don't really want anybody to discover who I am. Maybe that's also the reasons why I don't have any social media or on anything. And I just want to show myself like the way I am. Ada sebatasnya. You have a limit to know me. Like, tapi at some point there's a kind of person that could actually know who I am, but it's very very rare for me to have that kind of person gitu. Jadi kayak I limit myself, yang buat di show tuh buat apa aja gitu loh. Kayak sebenarnya lihat orang-orangnya juga, kayak kalau seandainya if you say kalau seandainya kamu gak open up, gimana aku bisa kenal kamu dan tahu kamu gitu. More like kalau itu konteksnya ke aku, who are you to me first of all gitu. Kalau if you are my best friend, if you're my best friend, I will open up to you, or you are my partner, I will open up to you. But if you are someone that I have problem with, for example my parents, maybe I don't really allow you to know who I am gitu.
But can I ask one question?
Yeah, sure. Go ask me
What
anything.
their response when you did it to them?
Okay, first of all, I really thank God that God gave me everyone in my life, and it's very very kind. Maybe because I'm also selective to choosing people in my life, so they understand. Even until now, 2 years after, until now, even yesterday, they still check on me and tell me, kalau kamu udah ready buat balik, kabarin kita ya, kita kangen, something like that. So that's why I really selective about people that can come into my life, because it's not easy to understand me gitu.
Nah, beberapa orang nih kan kayak self-diagnose them, kayak misalnya aku avoidant, aku kok emang orang emang gini gitu.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that is cara yang benar untuk excuse dalam sebuah relationships gitu? That's
Itu banyak kejadian sih.
mungkin bisa dulu yang jawab, karena tadi dari mimik mukanya
Enggak.
apa say
Balik lagi dari temenku.
Temennya.
Ya apa ya?
Temennya sebel nih dijual cerita gue.
Kan nggak disebut nama. Iya. Nggak mungkin. Nggak mungkin. Bukan.
nama kucing tadi, nama kucing.
Oke.
Mungkin untuk beberapa ada yang pakai akses itu. Tapi menurutku ya udah janggalnya sih kalau misalnya udah pakai akses itu, yang harusnya yang labelin tuh orang lain, tapi malah diri dia sendiri yang kayak aku avoidant, makanya aku kayak gini. Nggak bisa men.
Iya.
Nggak bisa.
Agree.
Masa kayak gitu?
Dan itu juga kayak nggak bisa digunakan sebagai excuse untuk hal yang kita bisa ngejahatin orang lain di dalam sebuah relationship kan, karena di relationship pun kan hubungan dua arah gitu kan. Nah,
Kalau misalnya dia udah diagnos sendiri, dia avoidant, ya change.
Iya benar.
Oke. Gimana respon Kak Audrey untuk orang yang kayak dia melabeli tapi at the same time dia nggak mau berubah gitu loh?
Similar to Jackie kan namanya? I think it's okay for you to label yourself. Ini yang bedanya dari ini. Menurut aku gak apa kamu labeling yourself. Especially I think that just mean you understand yourself gitu kan. Emang kita paling paham tentang diri kita sendiri kan. Tapi the problem arise when they use that to excuse their bad behavior itu sih. Tapi kalau label doang aku ya nggak apa, berarti kamu paham apa yang kamu punya gitu permasalahannya. Tapi kalau udah jadiin excuse, nggak sih, menurut aku kadang dengernya kan orang suka ngomong gitu ya. Dengernya tuh jujur aja alay.
Self claim banget sih gitu.
Kayak enggak
Kenapa nggak trying to fix themselves dulu daripada kayak langsung gue orangnya emang gini, emang punya attachment issue gini-gini.
Emang gini tuh kayak
nggak
nggak mau berubah gitu ya? Maksudnya
Iya,
nggak mau
kalau
maju.
misalnya langsung diucapin ke partnernya atau someone yang emang lagi ada relationship or friendship with them gitu. Kalau menurut Kak Chai sendiri gimana?
I think it's very very self claim aja gitu loh, kayak you already know what's your blind self is and people are already told you but you malah take it for advantage. It's not something that is good.
Jadi advantage.
Harusnya the moment you know what kind of attachment you have is, it's where you have the opportunity to fix yourself gitu, kayak oh aku tuh avoidant ya di mata orang, maybe I have to communicate more about it to them, dan gak cuma ngilang tanpa pembicaraan aja. Mungkin harus ada intro yang aku ceritain dan outro yang aku jelaskan gitu kenapa aku seperti ini, dan bukan excuse kayak I'm sorry I cannot help, I ghost you, I have avoidant attachment style.
Iya.
Nggak gitu.
Kayak gitu.
Masa dia bilang ada attachment issues tapi dia talking stage-nya 10
Iya.
orang.
Kayak kenapa
gila.
malah jadi jatuhnya
Itu brengsek sih.
Itu brengsek.
Brengsek sih.
jatuhnya
Brengsek
kayak
gitu.
you are proud of your illness
Iya.
gitu loh jatuhnya.
Iya lagi.
Iya,
That's it.
karena bisa dipakai advantage.
Iya.
Iya.
Padahal kayak some of them yang emang beneran punya itu tuh kayak kadang malah
Nggak nyadar.
realize gitu loh.
Mhm.
Kalian misalnya nih udah nyadar di titik itu, di suatu keadaan, di suatu situasi tuh nyadar kalau kalian tuh ternyata punya salah satu dari attachment issues itu. Apa yang kalian lakukan pertama kali?
Ya stop nyari relationship. Karena kayak kalau kamu nggak bisa kayak healthy with yourself, jangan
Iya.
kayak ngikut-ngikutin ke orang gitu loh. Ngerti gak sih kayak
Tapi aku nggak bisa sendiri ya, itu gimana?
itu udah toxic banget sih.
Itu
Itu
iya.
toxic.
Aduh, iya. Kalau menurut Kak Jeki sendiri nih gimana?
Oh sama sih, jangan cari relationship dulu. Jangan flirting kemana-mana dulu.
Kalau nggak bisa.
Iya, selesain aja
responsible
diri
with it.
sendiri.
Dengar tuh.
Kalau dari Kak Chai sendiri?
Maybe sama kayak Jackie dan Audrey itu, keep trying to search for a relationship. The first thing that you have to do is to heal yourself first.
Oke.
Especially ini mungkin buat orang-orang yang punya anxious attachment. Kayak aku tuh dulu pernah sebenarnya seperti itu. Before
Make sense ya sebenarnya.
Ya, tapi emang
before
orang kayak gitu.
before being the person that people say, oh you're avoidant, kenapa dia pull back, kenapa dia ngilang, itu I was very very attached to a person. Then I know it's not healthy, but and the moment that person go, which is I already 3 years spending myself being single, and I already I already find myself gitu loh, kayak so I think for a people that was like me back then yang masih anxious until now, you have to pull back and fix yourself, heal yourself. It's okay buat pergi kemana-mana itu sendiri, kayak it's okay buat pergi pertama kali itu maybe you're scared of always having a rush on needing them gitu loh, tapi
Nggak harus attach ke orang
iya,
kan?
but slowly it will heal and you will get to know yourself very very much, kayak until the deepest level, and then the moment you want to start a relationship again, you can be the healed person of your life gitu, kayak the
The
healers,
better person.
kayak versi kita yang terbaik dan paling tersembuh gitu loh.
The last question is, if you could say one thing to people who keep saying I'm avoidant or I'm anxious on TikTok or in real life, what would you tell them?
Seek help. That's it. Kayak if you know your own
iya
problem,
sih, kayak-
seek help first. That's all.
Tapi ya perbaikilah diri lu dulu.
Stop romanticize your attachment issues. That's not aesthetic. That's very very. Stop using your behavior to make it as an excuse.
Solid cinema.
Try all out.
Sorry.
So the conclusion is, if you feel yourself have attachment issues, either it's an avoidant or an anxious, so secepat mungkin, sesegera mungkin, go fix yourself first before you have relationship or friendship with anyone, and don't forget to communicate it well, so that other person not misunderstand you much and not feel bad to their self too because of you tentunya. Okay, yeah, thank you so much for today.
Yeah.
Maybe that's all I can say. See you on the next episode Speak Lab. Bye bye.